back any further, he's going to get another sound thing on his head.
Fucking do it.
Throwing knife.
Oh, god damn, you actually did it.
That's a new one.
No.
Throwing knife.
Just get him away from Bryce, please. Those are weapons.
Yeah, the fucking lead was out.
At least I broke the lead for you.
Weapons, man.
Well, welcome into another episode of OC Fan TV. A new episode, new saying from Bryce. We'll eventually start making shirts with them one day.
Uno Dio. I think that's it, right? Is Dio in Spanish?
Dia. D-I-A.
Why isn't it
Un
Dio?
dia. Just because it
Stupid.
is.
Damn, sorry, I tried.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Stupid. You're stop looking at me.
All right, so I guess we'll start the episode off with you two dummies went to the OCB match yesterday. Go ahead and talk about that for a little bit since you guys were the ones that were there.
They should probably be playing instead of our first team at Exploria.
Yeah.
It was nice to see a team that was well organized and was just pressing them straight out of the gate, especially at home.
Mm-hmm.
They got on the front foot and didn't let up until, the 85th minute. They finally started to, drop back and allow Miami, more pressure. But it's better than the 60th.
Yeah, it's better than going up 1-0. We went up 2-0. Could have had a third. But it was nice to see a team that was as organized as that team in Orlando City Kit. Because we haven't been able to see that at Exploria since... I don't think we've ever seen it at Exploria.
Red Bulls Open Cup game.
That's about it.
Probably
That's
it.
the closest we got. But, Perelman, last name. What was the guy's first name? The head coach of OCB? Martin Perelman?
Yeah.
He's gunning for Papi'S job, apparently. Because apparently, if he knows how to keep a football team organized, he did a very good job of it. It was just kind of refreshing to see that we have someone in the organization that knows how to keep a team compact and organized, and they can step together, press together. It was just nice to see in general.
And it is probably all the way through, all our youth teams and stuff, we try to play the same way. But it was nice to see not the first team manager, but a B team manager actually implement it well.
Yeah. I would have to agree.
I'll say, what about his substitutions? What about him on the touchline? Did you guys see?
Bro, he was fucking yelling.
Albeit it's way, obviously, easier to hear him when there's 150 people at a match.
Yeah.
But yeah, you saw him. He wanted to win. He wanted the boys to play well. And if we saw one of the lads kind of step out of line and not do what he's asking of them, I think he's one of those guys that'll pull him off. He seems like, from the one match that I've watched, of course, seems like that kind of coach, and he's set in his ways and he knows what he wants. And obviously, what he wants is the right thing. We're 3-0 on the season, 3-0, sorry, and playing good football. So, as of right now, I have nothing bad to say about the man, and he can have a bright future.
So, heard a stat line when I was watching the highlights about how in all three of our matches we've scored within the first 5 minutes, I believe it was.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
2 or 3. Was it all 3 matches?
All three matches.
That's impressive.
So, to come out firing in all three of your matches, to get, we ask from our first team, to go out there, press high, win the ball back, score a goal, step on teams' throats right from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And you see what happens. Apparently, Papi doesn't want to do that. Sorry, I don't even know what that is. Scoring 3 goals in the first 5 minutes in 3 matches, if that makes sense. That's not going to happen in the MLS every single match, but it's showing what can happen if you do it. So just, I guess sometimes in our first team matches, we do kind of start pressing, and we attack for the first 15 minutes, but it's only 15 minutes.
Not even. If we press well, it's for kickoff. The first 20 to 30 seconds we press well, and then we just decide to sit back.
Well, there you go. Why is it only that long?
I don't know. I'm saying like we have the players to press. It's just something that never happens.
Sorry, go ahead. I cut you off again.
I was gonna say, in all honesty, yes, we're mad about the way our team presses and stuff like that. But realistically, we do press for 10 minutes out of the gate. We will see the team play higher up the pitch. Our front line is more active. And it's kind of like I've been thinking about that, and it's like we expect our team to go away, and every time your team plays away, you always say you got to ride out the first 10 minutes. You always got to ride out the first 10 minutes. You're playing in a stadium with all the. So it's like you see teams come here, and they ride out that first 10 minutes with us, and then it's kind of just like, all right, well, they found their way into the game, so fuck it. We'll just sit back now.
That's another thing I saw. I already forgot his name. Martin
or Martin Perelman.
It was probably like 10, 15 minutes. You saw like Miami like grow into the game, and he was on the touchline. He was like press and like step to like when we were pressing, there was players in positions that if the press was working well enough and they tried to play out of it, there was a player right there to like intercept the ball. Or our main team, Orlando City, it feels like whenever they are pressing, there's not like another player stepping in the spaces.
I was going to say, when you say we press for 10 minutes, it's rarely an organized team press. Like we always hear press as a unit, but when I watch Orlando City press, it's usually like Cara just running or Facundo like closing out. It's not a team press. No.
Go ahead.
Thinking back to the watch party that we had for the Columbus game, you remember who was like a guy on a horse just kind of running everywhere? It was Mauricio Pereira.
Yeah.
He was the one everywhere. I can remember at least like 4 times being like, wow, Mo is on his horse today. But then thinking back, it was just him.
Yeah.
It's the disorganized press that we kind of saw with you guys when Ronaldo was there. And Ranić was in charge, or Ole was in charge. It was a press, but it was Rashford running, or Ronaldo running, or whoever was up top at that point, Martial running.
And it's like one or two passes and they break out of the press so easily. And I feel like it's the same way with Orlando.
Yep.
No, yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Just the running stops after 10 minutes, period. Like, we just don't try anymula. But
and it's not like we don't have the players like Duncan, someone who will press, Mo, someone who will press, Facundo will press. I think Angulo will press.
Yeah.
All of those guys can press. It's just like put it into action and like it'll come into fruition.
I think Mo's getting to the point in his career where he can't do that, like, well enough.
he could give us 50 minutes.
If he's running that hard, yeah.
He could give us 50, 60 minutes, and then you bring somebody else on. That's at least my opinion about it. I just think our manager's afraid to concede, and that's why we don't do it. Because when you play that higher press and you set a higher line, you expose yourself to the counterattack. And, I don't think he wants to let up goals like that, even though we're just letting up goals anyway.
So I don't get it. Like, our back line is so good. Like, Robin, Antonio, Mikey, they can all deal with that. Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to play like that.
I think Schlegel is
Holding
the
us
reason.
back.
Yeah.
But now Antonio's coming back healthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because, like, the OCB match, it was Salim and...
I can't remember who it was.
Name. But he looked better than Salim.
Who?
And I cannot tell you. I could tell you. Let me find it.
Yeah, Antonio is definitely a big part of that back line. And
You don't know how to say it, do you?
Nabi.
all right.
Ki Bung Gucci.
Keep him Gucci.
Kibanguchi.
Keep him Gucci.
Love that.
And
Well-
they were both winning balls. Like, they would try to break the press by playing long balls, and both our center backs were winning pretty much every single ball. I don't think Schlegel's that good in the air.
You got to think of the level that they're playing at also.
But I think Antonio would and hopefully will help that.
I think Schlegel does lose his marker pretty, not often, but like
More
enough.
than you would hope
Yeah.
so.
He doesn't have the composure is what it boils down to. It's like you don't see the composure on the ball. You don't see the composure in defending all the time. You don't see the composure on the set pieces. It's just that's what his game lacks, and that's why he'll continue to be our rotational center back until he can cool down, Yeah, like I was going to say, Antonio makes a big difference for us because now we're able to switch the ball to the opposite side of the field on the long ball and stuff like that. We see Robin Johnson always pinging the ball from one end to the other. Schlegel can't do that, so we're always forced to, when we want to switch to the other side, rotate back, go back, do the long way. You know what I mean? Whereas Antonio and Robin both can break those passing lines. They can get the ball downfield. They can play the ball diagonally. So it's a big help.
Mm-hmm.
We've just got to be organized, period.
Yeah.
Organization. If somebody's making a run, somebody's got to be there to fill. Somebody always has to be the free man. I just don't understand. It's basic concepts that we talk about here. You teach to fucking 6-year-olds. Take the ball here, you control it, and then you pass it. And then you run, and you see goal. Kick the ball into net, not into stand.
Yeah.
That's too hard to teach us.
One thing I feel like our team's missing right now is like that number 8 that can receive the ball deeper and like dribble it up and like play out of pressure.
We're not
higher
missing
up
it.
the field.
Stagger Dan.
We're not missing it. We're just
Okay,
we
well,
choose
don't
not to play him.
Because Juninho. No, fuck.
You're so bad with names.
He's thinking
Juninho.
He's
Juninho, yeah.
thinking Jorginho.
He did very
That's
well.
exactly what it is. That's how I had to explain it to him last night. Like, it's kind of like Jorginho, but it's Brazilian. And he just got stuck on the G.
Jorginho.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, no, it's Dagger Dan. We've seen him do it multiple times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He receives the ball later and he drives upfield. Now, his decision making is kind of what's questionable when he gets downfield. He's made the wrong pass 2 or 3 times out of the couple times we've seen it. But he's driving. He's getting the ball forward and stuff like that. So
And he's young in a new league, so like just give him a few games. He's gonna figure it out at some point. He has enough quality too.
I feel like if you just let him do him, he can score goals and create. Because what we saw in preseason was him score goals and create goals. But now that's dropped off. Yeah, the level has risen, but I feel like in preseason you can it's a little bit more relaxed. Maybe you're still trying to get your tactics down, but it's preseason, so whatever. But just let him do him. Let our guys do with them.
that's the whole team. If you just let them do them, play like they're just playing 5-a-side, you know what I mean? Street football. Like, let them go out there and play and just have fun.
There's got to be a level of organization out there.
Of course. Obviously. They're all professional athletes, and I think they can organize themselves.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah.
You have people like Robin Johnson, Antonio Carlos, and Mauricio Pereira on that pitch. You don't think the 3 of them and Pedro Galese can keep those young guys in line? You know what I mean? Like, they should go out. Like, obviously, it's a professional sport. We're not going to win games, but I feel like we'd be better off, is what I'm saying.
Without Papi.
If we just let them
No
play.
coach.
No, yeah.
Just let them play.
Just vibes.
Vibes FC.
Just vibes.
Just
It's Chelsea 2.0, literally.
I mean, you guys would be better off too. It's the same thing. Just let it happen. Like, we see enough of movement up top. We just need to let them play. Something else that we've noticed for multiple years now that I kind of want to talk about a little bit is us trying to walk the ball into the back of the net.
Passing. Oh, let's take a shot. Oh, no. Wait. Extra pass.
Yep.
Oh, pass. Extra dribble. No. Shot. No. Just kidding. Fake shot. Yeah.
What's going on with that? What is going on with that?
To be fair, Ojeda's kind of breaking that. He's just shooting.
Yeah,
It's the first time we've seen that since Carlos Rivas.
he's just spraying the ball at the net,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not going on frame most of the time. But hey, it's
like
a
the-
shot, I guess.
Someone put a compilation together of Rudiger at Chelsea and how many long shots he took. It's like the one kid that never plays football PE and he always takes long shots and it's just rocket, and it finally goes in and just celebration
Fucking
of him
banger.
just running.
Absolute banger.
This weekend was a beautiful example of left backs trying to take shots from outside the box from both our clubs late minutes of the games when they should have just made a fucking pass.
Tierney's
Kieran
was
Tierney.
phew.
Awful, but Chilwell's was not good, that much better either.
Yeah, but he also just scored against Leicester. So when was the last time Tierney scored?
Last year.
Yeah.
He's also been on the bench. Well, not an argument, but again, better options being there, but both of them decided, let's just take the fucking shot and send it.
So that just boils down to decision making.
Yeah.
But anyway, tangent aside, we do see Ojeda take shots from outside the box and they just fly. But the rest of the team, we noticed that people just
Are afraid to shoot.
want to walk the ball into the box. You know what I mean? Don't understand. Like, you guys have any ideas on what's causing that mentality?
I think it might like boil down to people like players not trusting the other players on the pitch with them, and that could come from not having consistent lineups or something. But
Not knowing
you
where
can,
people are going
yeah,
to be.
you can like Facundo tries doing it all the time, and it's like there's 2 or 3 other options, and he just loses the ball.
Yeah, sorry for the another Arsenal comparison, but it's like you saw on Martinelli not being able to make that pass to Saka.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's a title deciding pass right there.
yeah, that game was rough. We'll talk about that off stream. We're off recording because I have a lot to say about that bullshit. But you just see the team when they break and they're going on the counter. Everybody knows where everybody is. It's like Trossard makes that pass with the back heel to Martinelli, doesn't even look back because he knows that's where he's gonna be. Martinelli knows Saka's there. He at the moment gets bigger, too big for him. He's young. It is what it is. He's made that same exact pass 100 times this season. You know what I mean? So they all know where they're going to be. We don't have that here at Orlando City. Nobody knows where anybody's going to be. We don't even know where anybody's going to be.
I don't think Oscar does.
I think in years past, we've been able to know at least where Juan's going to be. You know what I mean? At least somewhere.
We know
He's
Nani's
down there.
going to...
Somewhere.
We know Nani's showing out on the left wing, just waiting for
Yep.
someone to give him the ball, just cut in shot. We know Daryl's going to be somewhere in the box. Just throw it in there and he'll get there.
It's like fuck it, D-Hop's down there somewhere.
To be fair, we do know where Pedro is going to be every match. So we got one player.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pedro's going to be there saving our lives as much as he can. That's another thing too, man. We just nailed him down to another contract, right?
This offseason.
Thank God, because there's only a matter of time before that motherfucker gets fed up
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
leaves. You know what I mean? Like, Dave, as a goalkeeper, how long would that last for you before you got fed up?
I'm gone in the winter.
Three
I'm
games,
going into summer.
3 games of this season. You're like, yeah, nah, fuck these sorry ass motherfuckers. I'm out.
It's either
You wouldn't leave the club. It would just be one of those games where it's like Dave just doesn't try. It would just facts. That's what it would be.
Yeah, we get the Dave not wanting to play
Yeah.
pick up today.
It's like if you want shots, take them. I'm not doing anything, and then the players on the pitch will learn.
Yeah,
Then when we actually do something, then that's when he goes God mode.
yeah.
it was going to either be him leaving or asking for a shit ton of money for having to save us so many times.
Deservedly so,
There's-
because
Agreed,
it's
but
been
then
fucking
he's
hard
about
to
to get
watch.
He's like about to be in like DP numbers. So I'm glad we got him before he demanded that.
DP goalkeeper would be the most Orlando City thing in history.
But at the same time, I wouldn't be mad at it. If there's a keeper to give that to, Pedro's up there, Petrovic is up there for New England.
Isn't
Like
Berkey on one in St. Louis?
he might be. Yeah, he's worth it too. So, I mean, it's not a terrible thing.
It definitely would be the most Orlando City thing to do.
Mm, that would be giving it. What do you? Yeah, my. It's the
Whatever
monsters.
monster you got going on.
The
over there.
rehab one.
It's actually the reserve one, dumbass.
Oh, well.
Get your
Of
monster
course you
facts
got
right.
fucking reserve monsters.
Get 2 more in the fridge.
All right.
No clue where we were, but yeah.
We were just ranting about Orlando
It
City.
was us having Pedro as a DP is the most Orlando City thing ever. That was the last statement.
It's not a terrible thing. Again, I think I just stated that like 8 times, but
Yeah, you did.
don't remember.
Heard.
All right, so away to Minnesota.
I thought we had this 2-week break to get rid of Oscar, but here we are.
Is Adrian Heath going to put the final nail in the coffin?
Please. Please.
I was gonna say this is deadline day for what 3/4 of the people in here.
I think everybody in this room agreed that
I said 2 matches ago, 3 matches
Obviously,
Oh, then
Best-
half, because I think I said it's game by game at this point.
I think when we talked about it, it was like obviously best case scenario is right now, but that's not going to happen. We're 5 games into the season. There's too many people still on his side. Like we said, if we don't win a game, if we don't win this game convincingly, it's out.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you want us to win, but if it like meant Oscar would be gone,
I'll take the 5-0. I'll take the 5-0. I'll hold it. Give me the 7-up. Dave knows about that.
Oh. Rip, dude.
smoked.
I'm sorry.
It
You
happens.
didn't even come at me yesterday. It's that fucker over there.
All right,
I
wait.
just don't have a reason to.
He
If
literally
you bottle it, you bottle it.
It's-
Like it's disappointing if you do.
Marinelli's just trash.
My phone's on the
This-
fucking wireless chargers going. Fucking falls off every fucking 5
This-
seconds.
this man's over
Two
here.
Fucks.
it's just Vibe FC at this point. I'm just a fan of whoever's
Yeah.
playing Arsenal.
Facts. Bottle the title, please. Be
You
fucking
will
great.
have severely underachieved if you bottle the title.
Oh, absolutely.
We're about to win the league next year. Chelsea. The
Hey, last time
championship.
the championship.
You're gonna fire Frank again, and it's gonna be too short.
No, we're going down to the championship because Frank's a god tier manager in the championship. We're winning it like Burnley did this year, and then we're coming back up to the Prem and probably getting
Good luck
relegated
getting
again.
Shout
past
out.
Middlesbrough.
Shout out Vincent
If
Company.
they don't go
baby.
up,
Shout out Company on that one.
Apparently, he's just good.
That's who y'all
again
need to
another
sign.
another
Not gonna
student of
happen.
Pep.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
but so was Bruno Southor, or he took after Pep or something.
There's a difference.
Just because he was bald does not
Hey.
mean that him and Pep play the same.
Let me dream.
You
It's like-
should you should get the Company as your next manager.
He's not gonna leave Burnley.
Of course not. But
Burnley.
Oh,
We're gonna need
talking
Sean
about bald
Dyche.
people.
Huh?
We saw Federico Higuain carrying
yeah.
Miami's bags back to the locker room.
No, to the bus. Onto the bus.
Like the bum he is.
I can't believe he's coaching their second team and still bald. It's just great. Still bald, still the beard.
still losing.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Runs in the family.
That it does. Bottling World Cups. Messi could have 2 World Cups if it wasn't for that bum.
Juventus bottling it every year with them.
Point deductions.
Love that. All right. Anything else, Orlando City?
Let's see. Did
Or
anybody say anything?
previewing the Minnesota Masters.
I mean, do you want to do another episode on the preview, or do we want to just kind of run through it real quick?
Might as well run through it real quick. Just knock it out.
Heard. So, I guess we'll pull up the football.
Vibes Fan TV.
Fan TV.
All right. Let's see here.
Speak out against the hate for Rowdy's fan. We are people too. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're just a bum, mate. Don't know what you expect coming into an Orlando City Discord
Yeah.
and
what
trying to
the
get
fuck?
Rowdy's support. This is just not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Did you ban him?
No,
Let me bark
Then
at him first.
Why is he in my? Why is he in our Discord?
it's a great question.
Hey, bud, why are you in our Discord? Can you answer that? If you do watch our podcast or anything like that, you know.
He wants to.
I'm just curious.
He wants to know what winning feels like.
So he wants to know what it's like on the other side.
All right, Minnesota United.
Honestly, he probably went to Osceola Heritage Park and was like, "Oh, another baseball stadium. I like this team now."
Minnesota United, 5th in the West, 3-2-1 so far on the season. They were the team that handed St. Louis the first loss of their season. No, they didn't. Yeah, they did. Sorry,
Mhm.
the 1-0. With a penalty on that one away, so that tells you that they can do that. But they just lost to the Fire 2-1.
Interesting.
Kai
did.
Kamara with the brace.
Of course it was. Man cannot leave MLS.
Gonna be 52 still going.
So,
Literally.
Maybe we just
based,
need to sign him. Sorry.
based on the momentum and the stats and stuff like that,
Didn't they just sit back against St. Louis and absorb pressure?
Against St. Louis, let's see. Because against Chicago, they didn't get into the game until late.
And in our last 4 against them, we have 1 win, 1 draw, 2 losses.
Do you want to
So
go
it's
through that
gonna
one more time?
be- What?
One more time with that?
Yeah. In our last 4 games against Minnesota, we have 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So it's always a tough game against Minnesota.
So against St. Louis, they had 45% possession, but the momentum is definitely a little more split. Looks a lot more counterattacking. It's up, down on both ends. So they did sit, but they were able to break that and create some decent chances, it looks like.
I just remember hearing some commentators say that maybe they've not exactly found the blueprint as to how to beat St. Louis, but they just kind of found out that. Huh?
I know how.
Don't give it
Don't give it to Klaus.
You don't have your center back pass it to him.
Right to him.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously Adrian Heath knows what he's doing as a manager. So Papi could get very outclassed on the touchline on Saturday, which I'm fully expecting, but who knows?
So their run-in up until this point, they played at Dallas away, they played home against Red Bulls, they played Colorado away, home against Vancouver, St. Louis away, Chicago away. So not the toughest, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you're talking they did play Red Bulls, they did play St. Louis, who have been on fire this season.
Red Bull's not the best. They
No.
just can't find the back of the net like us.
Also, that Van Dizier or whatever.
Van Zier.
What a fucking idiot, bro. You were in the game for like 20 minutes. Idiot.
Yeah. What?
I just want to say that. Fucking idiot,
Yeah,
bro.
fair.
He just got signed like a day before that.
Huh? They just signed them?
Yes, bro.
Oh. Yeah. Not the smartest man on the face of the planet.
No.
So players to watch: Kevin Arriga, Miguel Tapias, Michael Boxall. Those are their top 3 rated players throughout their.
Who was the first one?
Boxall.
Kervin Arriga.
He used to play for the Sounders.
He is a defensive midfielder who did not play.
I think
for
that was a Raga.
Ariaga. That's what I was
That's
thinking
what it is.
Kervin. I mean, it could be
Add
R.
that to the list of
Is
3
it
names. already fucked up.
ARREA?
No, it's
G-A.
ARRIAGA.
Different player.
Different, spelled differently, but that might be the proper way to.
Yeah.
Arriaga, maybe. I don't know, but he's a defensive midfielder who is their highest rated player on the season, much like Enzo.
So good.
They get goals from different players. They have 5 different players now on their score sheet.
I think we have 5 goals. So
Yeah.
Let's see. What else can we talk about?
I was going to say their situation with Emmanuel Reynoso, I think they fully lost him.
Oh yeah.
So they've lost what I think was a star DP, but I don't know the exact situation that has ended up in.
Yeah. I think his last match was last year, so he hasn't played this season. So that's good because he's class.
4-2-3-1, typical lineup. Let's see what we got. Any other interesting stats on them?
Oh. Wait. What?
They got Tim Weah's brother, Patrick.
Interesting. Apparently, so this is a headline. Written February 22nd, 2023. He, as in Emmanuel Reynoso, has been away due to what has been deemed personal reasons in his native Argentina. Back in December of 2021, Reynoso was accused of assaulting a boy with a gun in Argentina. According to a newspaper report at the time, he allegedly attacked a boy with the butt of a pistol. So that's not looking too great, is it?
No.
Nice.
All right. Here we go. Minnesota's ranked 12th in goals scored per match with 1.2. They're ranked second away from home. That doesn't really matter in this case. but they're unbeaten in 4 home games.
This year?
Yeah.
No,
Or
but over
like,
the past
yeah.
2 seasons. I think they've only played 2 home.
We're ranked 24th in goals scored with 0.8 per match. We haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 matches.
Nice.
And we're ranked 19th in shots on target with 3.8.
Yeah. Remember that one.
So, going off of what you just said there, this game could be a very defensive match because they are 26th in the league in big chances created with 5 total.
Okay, well,
But
what are we, like 30?
No, we have 7.
we're ahead of them in that, but they're much more clinical with their chances.
Yeah.
So it could be a whole lot of sit back and defend.
Sounds about right.
A whole lot of you and Liverpool game. Poke the ball, hope it does something.
That was so bad to watch.
Hey, come on. Do something.
So, scoreline prediction?
7-0 Minnesota. Make it 8.
He wants the 7 up. I'm going realistic. I'm saying 3-0.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think we're scoring 3 in a match?
I don't know.
No. Realistically, I think we can go there and get battered. This is a sleeper team with a very good manager and a very intellectual manager.
That actually
Versing
knows what he's doing.
Versing a very disorganized and frustrated team right now. This is a recipe for disaster for us on the road.
Not a great look.
Realistically, I kind of see like a 0-0 draw, which would be just great. Just great football.
Brexit.
I personally think it's going to be a 2-1 win for Orlando.
Damn, that's crazy. No shot.
Dog,
Respectfully.
I mean, we had a week break.
Doesn't
They
matter.
didn't. Hopefully, Oscar sat down and looked at himself and said, I need to figure this shit out. And
So is
hopefully
that the
they've been
time
training.
we needed to gel together?
We can hope.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, again, off my statement, I don't want the team to go there and lose. I want us to walk away with 3 points because we need every single bit of points because of how notoriously bad we are come August. Like, we're talking like, okay, yeah, we're in like a playoff spot right now, but
When shit hits the fan, we're gone.
We're
It's
gone.
gone.
We're gone. So we need every single bit of points that we can get right now. So obviously, yeah, I want them to win, but man,
Keeping it real, I'm saying it's a 1-0 loss for us. Like, I think we'll do well enough to keep it 0-0 for like 60, 65 minutes, and then we sit back too much and we concede. That's just how it has been lately.
yeah, I can agree. I think it takes them maybe like 45 minutes to get into the game, but coming out of halftime, Heath's making those adjustments. We are not, and that's when the real game's going to be played.
I'm just tired.
Same.
Tired of the football, man. Got to go through 11th place Chelsea, and then when you go either to explore, you to watch your team in your city, and you
how
got
I felt last year, buddy.
even worse. Okay, but Chelsea is so much worse. We won 4 in our last 20 in the league.
Somebody
this is-
clip that shit. Somebody fucking
It's just the
clip
truth.
that.
Yeah, I'm tired of it. And until Oscar's gone, it's not going to change. The storylines for this game post match, if we win, it's going to be like, oh,
Redemption.
Redemption arc. Yeah.
but
That's just
it's
how it
just
is.
not going to happen. And if we lose, it's still going to be, oh, we had 2 weeks off. The boys haven't been on the pitch playing a real game in 2 weeks. So give them another little bit to get. No, it's over. It's done. The season's over at that point. If you're going to keep trying to make excuses, it's over. It's done. So
Again, I'm going to call for the club to come out and just make a statement. You know what I mean? Like the front office to do what I actually have to respectfully say your club did, where it's like, we're putting Frank Lampard here. We have no intentions of keeping him here, but he is filling this role until we find whoever it's going to be because we're taking this process. So the club needs to come out and be like, Oscar's not going anywhere this year, or cut the ties.
I don't think they can. They can't say Oscar's in here for the year because he can't stay for the year, if we're being honest.
Cut the fucking cord then.
And then bring in Martin.
No,
was gonna
don't
say.
take him away from that team.
Bro, they're a
No.
fucking B team, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you still want success there. You don't develop the guys well. And if he's 3-0-0
I
right there,
feel like he could be a coach of both.
Okay.
I mean, if the guy truly could coach at the next level, then yeah, he deserves a shout there. But to put his name in the hat, if that's what he wants. But again, we're talking about a lower level. You know, maybe he's still developing as a manager, and we just don't know that because we've only seen
One
what we
match.
saw
Yeah.
What would be nice is to get him on the coaching staff for our side.
on the sideline.
Yeah. See what input he has, any adjustments that he sees. That'd be like, so we don't have to put him as our manager, but just get him. What's it called?
Acclimated.
Acquainted, yeah, with the squad.
If you want to go Vibes FC, bring in Seb Hines or Kaká just for the season.
Kaká ain't coming back to management.
He actually might. That Brazilian All-Star game that they announced today.
I didn't see that.
That was pretty cool.
I do think he may have an eye on like managing at some point in his life, but he's got to go through all the accreditation and getting all his licenses and stuff like that, and then he's got to get some experience before he comes and manages my football team. Man, I'm not doing. We need, if Oscar goes, somebody needs to come in and take over and be different. You know what I mean? Right off the start, we don't need somebody learning as their.
Yeah. And if the front office isn't currently looking or talking to other managers, you're doing it wrong. Absolutely doing it wrong. So before I go off on my tangent about Oscar, I'm just gonna.
They should have fucking got Marcel Gar.
Do you remember what his
Gar-
wage demands were that I texted?
Bro,
He is
Okay.
entering his name for Chelsea, and he wants 10 mil a year.
okay.
We're not giving a manager 10 mil a year.
I'm just saying a conversation should have at least been had.
It could have, but then it could have been tiny club. I want to go over to Europe.
Tiny club.
Could have
bro,
been. I
you're
want 10
fucking
mil.
breast
Goodbye.
stinks.
Nice conversation.
Huh?
I said the conversation could have been. I want 10 mil. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. End of conversation.
Well, anything else you guys got?
Oscar
What
out.
if it was like a 10 mil for a 5-year?
Well, that's
2
not
mil
10
a
mil a
year?
year,
It's
mate.
more
I know.
manageable.
I'm just saying.
He's not going to drop his wage demands by 50%.
He will if he
or
doesn't get
50,
fucking hired for
50%.
10 mil. He'll be forced to fucking drop him.
Well, he's just not going to sign the contract, is he?
I'm saying if he doesn't have any offers.
The man don't get offers. He did a bunch of shit at River Plate, so.
Just saying, bro. At least have a conversation with the fucking guy.
Dave, what was that conversation that you just said they had again?
I want 10 mil. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Well, if you like what you heard here, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. We might be doing a live stream for the match. We might not be. We'll see. We'll talk about it off camera and see if we can do it. But it might not be the game, actually. If you join our live stream, we might be watching something better than watching Orlando City play. So,
Shark
The
Tales.
WNBA draft.
no, that's today, my friend.
Yeah, we can replay it.
I think we watch Hubie Halloween.
Oh,
Fuck. I don't know.
Please.
Hubie! Good old Hubie Halloween. Definitely got to be better than watching Orlando City play. Anyway,
No.
stay tuned. If you want more information, if you like our content, go ahead and follow us on Twitter at OCFanTV22. If Instagram at OCFanTV, on TikTok at OCFanTV. If you listen to us, then you found us on Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever the hell else you're listening on. If you're watching us, obviously I don't need to say how you found us because you already did that. And fuck you, give us the OCFanTV handle on Twitter. I know you have no energy for it, so I'm just going to keep every episode. Episode, what are we on now?
68, I think this is.
68. Oh, so the
We're
next
one
one.
away from. Oh,
The next one's got to be a special episode, boys.
damn right.
So stay tuned for the next episode, and we'll see you then.
What if Oscar gets sacked and it's episode 69? Woo! That would. Oh, I'm
The
ready for
writing,
that.
the writing's in the stars, boys.
It is.
Stay tuned for episode 69, where we throw a party after Oscar's sacked.